Welcome to ARW. I'm Harold, and we're going to talk about change for, this particular video. They say change is inevitable, and it inevitably is, of course. So, of course, we don't have to like it. And there's parts of it I don't like, but here lately there's been talk about a guaranteed minimum wage, or a guaranteed wage for all the people that are not going to have jobs in the future when AI takes over. Apparently the robots will be building everything and you'll be drawing welfare or something. So even if they bark it up to a regular wage, a good middle class wage, your life's still going to be miserable as heck because you're not going to be doing anything worthwhile. Now, not everybody's like that. They'll be happy smoking dope and chasing women and stuff, but the most of us are not going to like it. Well, I won't be here to mess with it, but anyway, most people won't like it that are like me. How's that? But it's coming. Now, I've noticed that local changes that I've already got here that irritate me. We've got a Ace Hardware down the street that I've always referred to as Redneck Supply in my videos. And I'm going to move the camera a little bit. And they've sold out, I think, a couple of different times over the time I've been living here, because I've been here since '84. Actually bought the house in '77. But anyway, I called down there a year or two ago and asked if they had a Woodruff key. And the little girl on the phone said, "Well, just a minute, let me find out." She called this other guy, and he come over, and I heard background noise for a little bit, and he says, "No, we don't have that kind of keys." And so I thought about it for a day or so, and I thought, surely they hadn't let their stock go down that bad after the last sale, because I mean, they were changing what they carried. So I went down there and I looked through the bins, and there was a whole bin full of Woodruff keys. I picked out the one I wanted, carried it up to the front, and I told the little girl, I said, "This is a Woodruff key and it costs such and such money." She immediately calls this young guy over. She says, "This is a Woodruff key." He didn't know either. And I thought, well, don't they give them some kind of a little bit of hardware store education to work in there? I guess not. Anyway, I was down there again today, and I ordered an 8mm tap with a 1.25 pitch. Well, in the first place, nobody knew what the heck a tap was. Now, before, back in the past 30 or 40 years that hardware store's been there, they had a big glass cabinet, 12 or 14 foot long. It was chock full of taps and dies, inch and metric type. Now they've got a little section. It's about probably, I guess, 4 foot wide, about 6 foot high, with some taps in it. Not enough to really help you much, but some taps are in it. And they didn't know what they were, and so the two young ladies that I asked about it called another guy and had him come find out where it was at. And when he come and found the taps, well, there wasn't an 8mm tap. Had everything but that. Well, not everything but that, but several 8mm sizes but that. So I thought, well, I'll go down to the tool supply about 2 miles down the freeway. And so I take off in the car heading down there, and got no idea where I'm going because I don't remember the name of the place, and I don't remember the name of the street, except I think it was like Nebraska Street in South Houston. But I didn't find it. So I came back, stopped at Home Depot. I went in. First couple of guys I asked about where I find the taps didn't know what they were. They had to look them up on their phone. And then they come over there, and then they turned me over to this young lady, I guess, to get rid of me. And I explained to her what a tap looked like and what it did. And so she helped me look up and down the aisle there. And we didn't find any. So I finally said, well, don't worry about it. I'll order it from McGraw car, you know. And that's a sad story there, you know. And you got to order a tap somewhere. Then I got to thinking that'd be a long time to get it. I could best order it from Amazon. Then I only got to wait a couple of days maybe, and who knows, probably a week. But that's just a sad story of the changes that are making. And the young lady was a pretty sharp young lady. She says, well, maybe people just aren't doing that for themselves anymore. And I said, well, yeah, that's most likely. But I said, if they want a whole tap of those threads and they have to take it to a machine shop, it's probably going to cost them $50 to $100, you know. And I said, that may make them not want to do it at all. But it's neither here nor there. I mean, I'm putting it in the body of my 72-inch belt grinder, and I would have to load that thing up in my truck and haul it off to a machine shop, and that would make the doing not worth it, you know. So anyway, I still don't have the tap. I want to order one when I get through talking and get it all fixed up. But I don't know what the kids do or learn these days. Maybe different types of drugs and things like that, I guess. I don't know. But they sure don't seem to know anything about machinery. It's kind of sad, I guess, but they don't need to know, because they're not going to have a job anyway in the future when all these artificial intelligence robots are making everything. They won't need to know anything. In fact, I bet after it goes on for a decade, kids will stop even going to school and just be dumbasses, you know, or well, more dumbasses than what they are now. But that's what I see in the future. It's pretty bleak. And I guess I should pop in a little bit about my health. Everybody always wants to know about that. I'm doing just steady like I've been doing all along. I don't make any blood platelets. I got white blood cells, plenty of those. I almost got enough red blood cells, and I make those up and down a little bit, you know. But blood platelets I don't. And this brings me to a spot. I asked one of the nurses up there, how many transfusions do you do a day? And they said about 700. And I thought about that, you know, that's a lot of blood, or blood platelets or whatever. You know, they break it all up into different components so that they use the most needed component on the right guy and don't waste the other. But I guess that leaves me being pretty much of a hypocrite, because I only donated blood twice in my whole life, you know, and that's not going to get it. If you find yourself in the mood to donate blood, it would really be a good thing, because this is just one hospital out of thousands that uses 700 donations a day right there on the second floor. So there's a lot of people needed. It's a big need. My blood's really not much good, so it won't do me any good to donate it. But you guys that are healthy and can, try and give a couple of gallons, you know. I'm sure that you'd keep a whole lot of people alive. All right, that's it for my health. Now, I guess that's about it in the end of the video. But I just wanted to complain about the fact that nobody knows anything anymore, at least not what I think is important. And I've done it, and there you are. And I'm trying to put an air spring on my belt grinder, and that thing, the metal, I've welded on the metal, so you know it's hard as a rock. And I think I've already started with an 8mm tap that's dull, and I'm about halfway through the last hole, and I need a new tap, so I'm going to buy one, and then we'll finish the job. It's the way I should have built it in the first place, but I was following the example given in the drawings that I got, and that used a great big spring. So anyway, you guys take it easy, keep on keeping on, and do something interesting, you know? Don't just hang around the house all day. Bye now.